Hi guys, welcome back to Geeks 40k channel, and today's latest battle report. We are back in the Horus Heresy. We are on a Mechanicum Forge world. The Mechanicum are under siege by the Iron Warriors, who are looking at coming down to the surface and stealing important bits of machinery and kit for the war effort for Horus. So, we are doing mission Dominion. And we are doing deployment, search and destroy. So objective markers are down. We've got one here in this building, one over here in the bunker, one in the middle, because there's always got to be one in the middle, one here in this ruined building, and then one over here by the ruined pipeline. So search and destroy is table quarters, so that's why we've got this many dice down. Let's go take a look at the armies. HQ for the Iron Warriors, we have a Siegebreaker, and he's going to be running around with the Tyrant Siege Terminators. Over to troops, we have a 9-man tactical squad, and they are going to be in a Rhino. Because of Pride of the Legion, the Terminators automatically become troops, so they are going to be in a Land Raider. Next troop choice, we have another 9-man tactical squad, again in a Rhino. We have some heavy support, we have some missile launcher guys, we have them, well, standing on top of a bunker, so I'm guessing they're going to be hunkered down in there and taking cover, which I don't really blame them. And then finally on to Lord of War, we have got Perturabo. He's going to be escorted by a squad of Terminators and in a Spartan tank. Fast attack for the Iron Warriors, we have a Primus lightning strike fighter thingy, so that's going to be running around and putting down lots of fire. So this is the 3,000 points of Iron Warriors taking on the Mechanicums today.
Okay, so this is my Mechanicum army, starting off with my general, my Archmagus Dominus, and then my regular Magus Dominus, making up my 2 HQ choices. As far as my troops go, I've got a 6-man squad of Thalax cohort with metal bombs, and then 2 3-man squads of Castellax battle automata, bare bones. Fast attack, I have a unit of 5 Vorax battle automata with biocorrosive ammunition and enhanced targeting arrays. And for my heavy support, I have 2 Thanatar siege automata, and then I also have a macro carried explorator with 2 twin las cannons. My elite choice, I have a unit of Myrmidon executors with 2 graviton guns each. And then for a Lord of War, I have an Imperial Knight with a melter gun. So that's my 3,000 points of Mechanicum. Good times.
The Spartan and the Land Raider are over here, so securing this objective, supported by one of the Rhinos. The other Rhino is hunkered down in the middle with the reinforced building that Iron Warriors have just knocked up in the matter of minutes, because, you know, that's what they do. Over to Mechanicum. Robots, Knight, Tank, more robots, big nasty robot, all kind of deployed in a big huddle. There's some around here in the back of this building. So they are looking, I'm guessing, moving all the way up and trying to get into the Iron Warriors and trying to get in as close as possible, and obviously they're letting the Knight lead the way, which I don't blame them. Pretty much everything has moved up apart from these 2. They're waiting for everything to get within range. So the Knight has moved up, everything has just starting to close down the range between Mechanicum and the Iron Warriors here. Let's go see what they can do in the shooting phase. So the robots, or the smaller ones, have all ran forward, trying to, again, close down that gap between the Iron Warriors and themselves. However, this beautiful tank opened up at the Rhino that was down here, completely destroying it, killing 2 guys in the explosion. The Knight opened up down here, kind of bounced off everything. The Thanatar, there you go. I really should learn these names. The Thanatars, the pair of them, opened up. One of them did a hull point down here, causing that to be stunned. And then there's a hull point off both of these here from the shots of the other ones. So that is pretty much it. Everything has kind of ran up. What could shoot has shot, but they are coming down towards the Iron Warriors quite quickly. So let's go see what counter-attack these guys can do. At the end of the shooting phase, these guys here have done their assault moves and have moved across the board 10 inches. So really starting to head down this side of the board over to the Iron Warriors. So one of the reserves is on. The Lightning Fighter is on. That's got the it's got nasty missiles on it that's going to probably rip big holes in the side of these tanks here. The Spartan has moved over 6, and then the big guy is out with the Terminator escort. He's out. He doesn't trust his sons at all, if you read any of the fluff. So, yeah, he could start arguing. He's out. He's looking at bolstering this side of the board a little bit, because obviously there is quite a bit of Mechanicum heading his way down here. Or will he head out towards the middle of the board and soak up some of that? The Land Raider has stayed still. The guys that survived the Rhino that blew up in their face have moved up into the building to get a good line of fire. The other Rhino that is stunned, the guys are literally just sitting in there, just chilling out, listening to some music. And the guys inside the building have also stayed still with the comms relay on there. So that is everything moved over to shooting. The Spartan tank opened up at the Land Raider that was there, blowing it up. It did have a hull point taken off it from the other Land Raider that was down here. Some good little sneaky shots through the building. The Lightning Fighter that came on as part of the reserves opened up at the Knight, blowing it sky high. Didn't really do any damage with the scatter when that went Titanic, but yeah, these things are pretty cool. The Havocs that are inside this fortification opened up at these guys down here. Again, not really doing anything. And these guys ran. So these guys have ran towards the objective. So there's 2 down here holding that one. So it's going to be over to the Mechanicum, I think, because I don't think there's going to be any assault. So this guy at the back is offering fire support and has stayed still. These guys all in the middle have started to move up again. They need to get these guys off that objective. And they've also got a Primarch to worry about down there. Round here, these guys have come round the side of the board, looking at possibly outflanking, coming around here for this objective maybe, depending on turns. Over here, down this side of the board, again with this Primarch in mind, the Mechanicum are here. They are making their moves. They are ready to pounce on Perturabo and his guys. The Spartan is no more. It is a big flaming Hulk. It was taken out and destroyed by these guys down here with their electro blast gun things. These guys here and this guy here opened up at the squad that was holding on to the objective marker and wiping them out in quite a nasty, horrible way. I'm sure if you listen carefully you might hear some screams still. Down here, Perturabo, he's all on his own. His support guys have gone. Some big fire coming in from these guys here took them all out. So he's on his own. Will the Primarch stand up? He was shot at by these guys, but they all pinged off his armour. So let's go see how good this guy is. Perturabo is now in combat. He is locked in. As these guys ran in, they did do 6 wounds, but they were managed to save all of them with his saves. So lucky. So no wounds done at all to the Primarch, but 2 done back on the little Mechanicum grubby things. So yeah, locked combat down here. So the Rhino has finally left the comfort of the bunker and has moved around here. So I'm guessing the guys inside are more than likely going to be trying to take this objective. The Land Raider has moved up and the guys inside, the Terminators, have got out. I think they're looking at maybe going in to some of these big guys over here and trying to clear out the middle of the board. The Lightning Fighter has moved round. I think his targets are set on these guys that are trying to sneak round the side of the board. So that will be quite interesting to see if he does actually manage to clear them off. Obviously, Perturabo is locked in combat. However, the final reserves for the Iron Warriors are on. These Terminators here, they have Deep Strike in, but because Perty has a teleport homer, they don't scatter. So it's going to be over to shooting. Let's go see how much the Mechanicum is left once the rage and hate of the Iron Warriors is unleashed on them. So these guys down here opened fire on the Castellat.
Yes.
And killed 2 of their own guys with plasma. See? Don't take plasma. It just blows up in your face. But they managed to take 1 of the Mechanicums down, so that's always good. Over here, these guys who turned up have opened up at these guys, killing 1 of them.
1.
Well done.
Got 3 wounds.
They got 3 wounds each. It's no excuse. And then the lightning here opened up, taking a wound off this guy here, or hull point, or wound, or whatever the hell these robots actually have. And yeah, that is pretty much it. That was kind of unsuccessful. Oh no, wait. That went flat out. There we go. I almost forgot the rhino. So Perturabo is still locked in combat. However, he's down 2 enemies. He managed to kill 2 of them off. However, they also managed to put 1 wound back on him, which hasn't grown back. So we're still in locked combat down here, but I'm sure it might only be 1 more turn before the Primarch is free to run around and cause havoc in other places. Down here, the Terminators that 2 died from their own shooting ran into combat and basically got slapped out of the way. So basically the entire unit was killed off by its own player in 1 turn. These guys here have stayed still. These are still securing that objective, scoring a victory point every turn while they're holding it. So, yay them. This guy's moved forward. Basically, everything else has kind of moved forward. He has... These guys all have in the middle, and these guys are sneaking around the building a little bit more. So, they are really starting to fall upon the Iron Warriors at the moment. We'll have to see what they can do to counter. Otherwise, they're going to be ripped apart in close combat quite quickly. How many of these Terminators are going to survive after probably most things have shot at it that can see them, which is these guys. Yeah, you don't want to be annoying him. We've lost 2 of these Terminators here. 2 of them have got. They were killed from barrel shots from over here. However, the Siegebreaker guy, he's still alive. He's still there commanding the forces. Perturabo's still in combat. Over this side, the Land Raider has gone. It's gone boom. These guys here with their electro shot things, yeah, they blew that one up. This Rhino down here has gone as well. These guys have had to get out. They're going to have to move forward now, trying to take this objective. At least try and get some victory points. So they were killed from over here as well. So at the moment, those guys also ran round a little bit as well. I think they're looking at popping this bunker and getting the heavy support guys that are inside there, get them out of that building. So at the moment, the Iron Warriors are, I would probably say, on the back foot and maybe looking thin on the ground for numbers. But we still have a Primarch, so if he can break free, he might be able to go clean up the middle of the board. So we're still locked in combat down here. Perturabo's had another wound taken off him, but he managed to put 1 back. So again, locked in combat, not going anywhere. I think they might need him freed up. These guys did a little jump back in the assault move, still holding this objective. The flyer has gone off the board, and it will be back on, I'm sure. These guys down here have obviously moved up towards the objective. They really need to secure that. And then finally, down here, the Terminators and the Siegebreaker are a bit sick and tired of watching their Primarch faff around trying to kill off these 2 robots. So they're going to go in, they're going to join in, and they're going to show him how it should be done. These guys down here, the Tactical Marines, opened up these 2 guys here and did nothing at all. They just pinged off the armour. Well done, Matt. So let's have a big thumbs up from Matt, with that one. Well done. However, the guys inside this building opened up with their rocket launchers, killing off the last 2 robots with the general guy here. So he is a bit vulnerable and out on his own. Iron Warriors turn 3 Assault. So Perturabo is now free. He's got rid of the 2 Mechanicum robots that were in his way. Actually, the Terminators actually went in and killed them. So this guy managed to put a couple of wounds on and kill one of them, so there's one left. It fell down to the Terminators to get rid of them. So these guys are free, but so's the Primarch, nicely within charge range now of the Mechanicum within the centre of the board. So can this guy on his own turn the tide of the war? So these guys have kind of shuffled around a little bit, probably trying to get more shots down onto these Terminators down here that are hunkered down inside the building. This guy has stayed still. Everything else has kind of combined in the middle of the battlefield. So the guys around the side of the building have all stepped round. This is a big blob of robots now in the middle. These guys have also broken off a little bit, ready to go through the building and look at taking this objective off the tactical squad that are down here. So the Iron Warriors really need to deal with this big blob threat here. There is a Primarch here though, but he's on his own now. He's lost his support. What can the Iron Warriors do after they've had to live through a bombardment of fire? These guys here that are on this objective opened up at the Terminators and the Siegebreaker. They're down here, killing off one more Terminator and taking a wound on the HQ choice. Pretty much everything else that could see, including this guy down here, opened up at these guys on the objective down here, killing 7 off. So there's only 3 left now. Yeah. So it's going to be over to the Iron Warriors. What can they do to claw back some of the victory points? The remaining Terminators have shuffled round the side of the building. They also opened fire on the guys that were holding this objective, who have ran off. So they won't be securing an objective point this, or victory point this turn. These guys have done their job. Round here, now that Perturabo is free, he has moved around this side of the building, opened up, killing off one of these guys here. And finally, the lightning fire is back on, opened up with his missiles at the Castellax. Yay, got it right. The Castellax down here, killing one of these guys off here. So it's starting to come back towards the Iron Warriors. They're starting to do a little bit more damage and move people off the objectives they need to. So let's go see if there's going to be any combat. Yes, of course there'll be some combat. The Myrmidon that was down here, the one remaining, was assaulted by Perturabo and the Tactical Marines down here, kind of through the doorway, killing him off. So Perturabo has kind of moved up a little bit. He's got these guys next in his sights. These guys here have rallied. They did open fire at the Terminators, but all the shots missed. This guy here opened up on the Terminators that were down here, killing them all off. So this side of the board now is pretty much all to do with Mechanicum. These guys opened up at Perturabo, not doing anything. It all bounced off the armour. And then finally this guy took a shot at the building. Yeah, we don't talk about it. So the general down here went into the 3 remaining tactical squads and basically just ripped them apart. Quite a messy affair. But down here, the building with the heavy support choice in, that's been a safe haven for them pretty much all game, has gone. It's been blown up, killing off 6? Oh, 4. Oh, okay. So 4, so the 6 left. So these guys are here. They're going to have to really do some good shots to clear this guy out of the way. And then finally, with their assault moves, these guys here have jumped back and are now holding that objective. So the lightning is back on. The remaining Marines that are down there with the missile launchers and this guy opened up down here, taking off 3 wounds. So with 4 wounds each, they're still on the board. Down here, Perturabo has moved up. He's pointing at the general. He's opened fire, taking a wound off. I get the distinct impression that there's going to be a bit of combat down here. The assault down here continues. The Mechanicum General is down to 1 wound, but Perturabo has managed to grow a wound back, as Primarchs managed to do every so often. So yes, it's still going on down here, but again, I think there's going to be one more round in this before the Mechanicum guy falls to the Primarch. So all these guys in the middle of the board have moved up, just trying to secure the centre of the board a little bit more. Down here, this guy opened up at the remaining Iron Warriors that were here. A point blank range in the face, I think, was a little bit harsh, and basically destroyed their worlds. Very harsh. So it's now going to be over to assault. How is Perturabo and the General going to get on? So Perturabo managed to claim the victory in this combat and kill off the General with his 1 remaining wound. So Perturabo again is free to go off and do what he can to help turn things in the favour of the Iron Warriors. So in this turn, Perturabo managed to walk through a building. He did no damage over here, but put the charge on, failed the charge, took a wound to Overwatch, and then grew one back at the end of the turn. So he managed to walk through a wall. So that's it then, guys. That is the end of the battle. Victory points, it was 8-4 to the Mechanicum, so they managed to hold their Forge World. They managed to keep the Iron Warriors at bay. Even with Perturabo in the force, the Iron Warriors could not shift the Mechanicum out of the way to steal their secrets. So I hope you really enjoyed that one, guys. As always, like if you like, leave us a comment. It'd be great to hear your feedback. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel, and we will see you on the next one.